I thank the Deputy Minister of the Czech Republic for his statement also on localization, and we shall now hear a message from a local NGO, a Yemeni national NGO, Field Medical Foundation, delivered by Mr. Nuraz Al-Hajj.
Ladies and gentlemen, greetings from Yemen's Merit. I would like to thank you today for giving me the opportunity to speak on behalf of Yemen. My name is Nuraz Al-Hajj, Deputy Program Coordinator at Field Medical Foundation, a Yemeni organization with a decade experience of working on the field of humanitarian relief and development. It mitigates the suffering of millions of Yemenis in light of one of the worst humanitarian crises in the world. Beyond the numbers and statistics, reality shows a grim picture beyond the imagination, and this is what we experience as Yemenis every single day for the past 8 years. Homes were destroyed, loved ones were lost, and children were deprived from education. Poverty pushed families for their girls out of schools and into early marriage, and young boys were forced into child recruitment. As many families members lost their male breadwinners due to the conflicts, more women and girls are becoming more vulnerable to the crisis and taking on extra responsibilities. Across the country, civilians, including IDPs, are surrounded every day by the danger of landmines and the constant fear of moving freely in their own country. The Yemen economy witnessed several shocks, with the absence of salaries over 6 years, and kerosene depreciation and the fractures of economic institutions and restrictions on food imports. Thousands of families are on the edge of facing widespread starvation. Last year, funding gaps have forced many humanitarian programs into closure, leading them to stop their interventions in the most needed areas. The impacts continue to devastate most of the population. Access to food was severely impacted, which led families cutting portions and buying foods on that, and prices have increased into its highest level. As an example, FMF has implemented various integrated projects of health, nutrition, and reproductive health in the past few years. The number of assistance targets were over 1.5 million in 2020, while the number reduced by 50% in 2021, and further reduction by 75% in 2022. Only 399,000 individuals have received assistance. Due to the lack of funding, our ability to assist people in need have decreased into 50%. For example, we are forced to reduce our target to 43% of individuals to have access to different protection assistance. This leaving more than 44,900 women and girls are extremely vulnerable to further risk. Lastly, all Yemenis in the Yemen and national NGOs acknowledge the efforts of the United Nations and funding partners over the past few years. Partners, and we urge that the United Nations work with all parties side by side to reach a political situation that ends this conflict. We urge funding partners and not to lose hope, supporting the Yemeni people and to scale up our funding and continue your generous support, which without more Yemen will suffer unimaginable consequences.
Thank the Field Medical Foundation for their message. I shall give now the floor to His Excellency Mr. Mantas Dominas, Vice Minister of Foreign Affairs of Lithuania. Please.
Madam Chair.